the only time I did start something on the show.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then afterwards, I finally realized this season, I was like, shit, I was set up.
40 miles an hour on the scene, like, ayy. Steady making moves, get the cream, like, ayy. Gotta manifest on my destiny, what they gonna say?
Okay, I'm gonna talk about Trees, 3 things, Trees 3. How do you say it?
I mean, is that stupid? I mean, I made it up at 3 in the morning on my couch. And like this thing.
Trees 3. I mean, I don't know.
It's kind of hard to say, right? It's kind of
yes, yeah.
Just say it's stupid.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Hi guys, welcome back to my podcast, Turning the Tables. Hope everyone's doing really well. So I forgot to mention last week that Gordon Ramsay got into a bike accident. Oh my God. And I'm sure you guys have saw the photo online. He had this huge, like purple bruise on his stomach going.
You're friends with him, right?
Yes, I just, matter of fact, you guys, I'm going to be on Hell's Kitchen. So I just met him recently. And then right after that, I heard he got into an accident. So, but I'll let you guys know when I'm going to be on Hell's Kitchen. I had so much fun and it was so crazy. As I was there, my neighbor in my development, Cake Boss, he was on the other celebrity table. So it was so funny. So I was on one side and he was on the other side. Is that so crazy?
That is crazy.
Yeah. So
when I was at your house, you walked me by his house. It's humongous.
Yes, he lives right in the beginning of the cul-de-sac, and I live at the other end of the cul-de-sac. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
here's that picture of Gordon Ramsay's bruise. It's unbelievable. It looks fake, right?
That's horrible. Oh my God, I can't believe that. Yes, oh my God, thank God he's okay. Yeah, that's scary. So I just want to give shout out to Gordon Ramsay. Hope you're doing well, and get well soon. Yeah. Thank God, you're good. Also, I want to add, Milania graduated high school. Yes. So my number 3 is done with high school. So now I have one left, Adriana. So so graduation was Thursday. It was so much fun. Yeah, she was so happy. Oh my gosh.
Did you get emotional?
Yes. As soon as the music started, I started crying. And it was so crazy. Like during the week, I drove them to school. I drove Adriana to school because Milania was going in later because she was a senior. I guess she didn't have to be in school at the regular time. So I drove Adriana to school, and twice I started crying. Like I teared up. I was like, oh my God,
It's unbelievable. It goes by so incredibly fast, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's crazy. Like while you're in it, it feels like it drags. But then when you look back, you're like, oh, it went by so fast. It's crazy,
Yeah.
Because I remember when the kids were little, like days would sometimes drag, But now that they're older, the days fly by. It's crazy.
So now when she leaves for college, is that going to be the next day that you're really emotional? Or now that, since Gabrielle already did that to you once, you're going to be a little bit better?
Yeah. I mean, I know I missed Gabriella. I know because Gabriella, I knew I was good with Gabriella, but it's just that she was my first child that I had to get on a plane to go visit. And now this is my second one. So now I'm kind of used to it. And you know what gives me a little bit peace of mind is that Louie's brother, my brother-in-law, lives in St. Petersburg.
Oh, that's nice.
So I'm happy about that. So she'll have someone, close by. And also Jessica, that, Louie's, she worked for Louie over 10 years and she was my wedding planner. She lives there too.
Oh my gosh, that's got to make you guys feel so much better.
Yeah. So she has 2 people, God forbid she needs anything. They're really close by.
Well, and the second half of your conversation with Milania is at the end of this episode. And you guys talk about college and going off to college and everything. And it seems like, is she excited that she's finally out of high school?
Yes, she's so happy. She's so like over high school. She's like, I'm ready. She's ready for college, ready to meet new friends. Then her next chapter in life. Yeah, so she's totally ready for that. Totally ready. The only thing she's gonna miss her best friend Stephanie. That's like her sidekick, and she's gonna miss her. But I said to her, you guys just talk all the time. You guys could talk every day, and when you guys have vacation, she could come and visit you.
Yeah. And well, now with FaceTime, like when we were younger, we didn't have that stuff. So now they could FaceTime every day. Like they see each other all the time. Doesn't matter. Yeah.
I mean, that's what they do now. Like I know the kids nowadays, when they talk, they FaceTime. It's so cute, Yeah. So Milania graduated high school, so that was so exciting. And like we had, I got her a cake that night. So we did, I ordered food. We had, people back at the house, and that was it. So yeah, she doesn't want a graduation party. Her graduation party was me taking her to Paris, so that was beautiful.
She seems like a really simple kid, like really simple and not needy.
No, she's not simple. I would say out of all the kids, she probably spends the most. Yeah, she's that. Yes.
Okay.
I mean, we took her to Paris, so she,
That's true.
yeah,
All right, I take that back.
I mean, if you think about it, Paris and like having a party probably equals out to be the same, because
Yeah,
like if
true.
you have a party, it's like even when you have parties in that at your house, they end up costing you sometimes even more than like if you have it at a restaurant.
Yeah, that's true.
So, but I'm glad I don't have to clean up. I don't have to clean up the mess, like none of that.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm happy that I don't, no party. And like, so we kind of had a little party the night of her graduation. So it was perfect.
Nice.
Yeah. And that's it. Yeah, like she has a busy summer. She's going down, she has a shore house. Then from there, she's going to Punta Cana. Then from there, she's going to go see her father. Yeah. So we're trying to do a family trip. I don't even think there's time for us
Is
to
there going
have,
to be time?
I don't think there's going to be time for us to have a family trip because they have a busy summer. All of them. They all have a busy summer. Yeah, between, and they all have to go see their dad.
Are you going to drive her to school, like, and help her move in?
Yes, and Milania hasn't seen her dad since Christmas.
Oh, that'll be nice for her to spend time with him.
Yeah, so she's gonna go there. So yeah, they're all gonna go see him. So yes, I don't think there's a time for a family vacation, but Louie and I are definitely going away. So I'll let you guys know when we go. Yeah, so we're definitely going away for our 2-year anniversary. Excited about that. But this week I'm going to California, secret trip. So I'll let you guys know more about that later on. And that's it. So yeah, so thank you guys so much for tuning in to Turning the Tables. This has been so much fun. I love, hearing from you guys. Thank you for all the feedback, for all the rates, the reviews, subscribing to Turning the Tables. You could follow me on Instagram. My personal is Teresa Giudice, and then Turning the Tables by Teresa is my podcast Instagram. If you want to watch the Turning the Tables video, full video, go to her.media to the YouTube channel.
Speaking of that, like Instagram and the podcast, it's another huge week. Last week we did some reviews. I'm not going to read any reviews today. We will next week. But downloads are like 50% more than they were week one. The support online has been so huge. The comments are through the roof. Still topping the charts. So you're killing it right now. The show is killing it.
Oh my God. Thank you guys. Thank you. That makes me feel so good. Thank you.
And I love it because all the reviews are like saying how excited everybody is just to get to know you and your family from you, like your voice and your stories and your conversations. So that's what I love seeing so much. It makes me happy.
Oh, good. I'm so excited. No, thank you guys so much. That makes me feel so good. You're making me smile from ear to ear. Yeah, so this is going to be fun. We're going to have fun together. Like I'm all about having fun. Fun. Like that's it. I'm all about the love, having fun. Yeah, I just, I really want you guys to really get to know me, and yeah, we're just gonna have a good time on Turning the Tables. And I want to help. I want to help you guys. I want to inspire you guys. Like if there's anything in your life that anything hard that you're going through, I want to help you like turn the tables on that and turn it into a positive.
You know what we should do is you guys follow Turning the Tables Instagram and then DM us like a video question or an example of you, like you turning the tables, and then we can play it.
Yes, I would love that.
And you can comment and you can help people through situations.
Yeah, I would totally love that. Yes. So guys, all right. So follow me. My Instagram for my podcast is Turning the Tables by Teresa. DM us, and yeah, we will help you with anything that you want me to help you to turn the tables in your life. Okay, speaking of fun, let's continue part 2 of our reunion with Kim D and Jacqueline. And then after that, we're going to do part 2 of Milania and I and Gabriella taking over Paris. Well,
I'm proud
Kim,
of you.
let's tell everybody like why we had a falling out and how we rekindled.
Okay, Jacqueline's going to be in on this too. Okay, so back when Teresa and I were filming, and she was not getting along with her sister-in-law and brother. And I was on, and I was the instigator. You know, we won't say what I did, but, you know, I did a few things. And then they didn't like me. And then what happened was Teresa and her brother and her sister-in-law, they made up for the show or whatever was going on, why they made up, whatever. That was good. But I was told that then Teresa said, I don't need Kim D anymore, or I don't want her on the show. And I got upset and I got mad because now I'm out of a job. Of course, I came back later. Jacqueline also heard something like you just said, I don't need Kim D anymore, but in a different way. Jacqueline, like you heard that too. I heard that she just got me off the show completely. Right. And then the rumor was that you didn't need me because you made up with your family. And I was like the troublemaker. So you didn't want the aggravation.
That
I made you look bad.
Yeah.
See, now, guys, I don't know. I mean, Jacqueline, Jacqueline, I think you know too. If I had control over getting people off the show, don't you think? I mean, I think it's so obvious who would get off the show.
I wouldn't have been on. Caroline would have been on. Melissa, Kathy would have been on.
No, meaning like Bravo doesn't listen to me. I think Kim knows by now. Like if I say
now I
don't want Kim on the show. If I say that, don't bring that person on even more.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because that's how they
want somebody on. That's when producers are like, "Oh, really? Why?"
See, yes, like they, if we say I don't want, like last season, it's like, I said, what I said to someone, I'm meaning like I'm never talking to you again, but I can't tell Bravo like get this person off the show. They're not going to listen to me. Kim.
Yeah.
So
well, see, we didn't know that. I didn't know that at the time. And then, of course, they brought me back as your enemy.
Yeah.
But I believe this. I believe Jacqueline and Teresa, me and Teresa, when we were friends, we made really good TV.
Yeah.
And I believe when we were enemies, we made really good TV. Like Jacqueline and Teresa, the two of you going at it was unbelievable.
Oh my God.
Me and Teresa going
that
at
was
it.
Real. I mean, ours was real. It wasn't fake.
I know.
It was freaking real.
Exactly.
We're all Tauruses, and like we're like all bulls. So like
we're
like
all
either
Tauruses. Yeah.
All Taurus.
No, but guys, and that's the thing. When
it's good.
I really cared about both of you, and that's why I was so angry. Like when I don't care about you, I don't get angry. I'm like, whatever. I mean, you could see what's going on right now in the season. If I don't give you attention, that means I don't give a shit. But if I get angry and I care, it's because, there was something there. And it's like, and I can't believe why this is happening, So that's why those were real.
You get hurt. We all get hurt.
Yeah, those were like we
don't like
real
to admit
emotions.
it, but we get hurt.
Those were real emotions. That's why, I think everyone could see that. That's why,
I got hurt. I felt like sometimes you would like trust the wrong people that I didn't feel had good intentions. Because sometimes when you're on TV, people want clout or people want to, film with you, or people have the wrong intentions. And I was like, why doesn't she see that these people are just like using her or whatever? And it's like, and I really wanted to help you. And basically I ended up hating you for hating me. There was really no reason, because I loved you like a sister. And, I was really hurt, and that's where the anger came from. And so, and it just all went away.
I have a problem with trusting a lot of people. I'm too nice, right?
Yeah, but I think Jacqueline's right though, Teresa, because I feel the same way. And I know Kristen's sitting here. I don't know what Angel feels, but I got nervous throughout the years of who you let into your life and who you trusted, and I thought the same way as Jacqueline, that they're just clout chasers or whatever. Like, you got to remember, when Jacqueline met you, she didn't need anything from you. When I met you, I didn't need anything from you. I had Michael, I had my own store, so we look at you differently. We met you before, like you were just another friend to us, another girl. Yeah, when I met you were on TV, but this wasn't this big crazy show. It was fun to do.
Yeah, no.
So we look at you differently. And so now when we see other people in your life, we're like, oh boy, I feel the same way. I do. I feel the same way as Jacqueline. I do.
I know. I'm too trusting. I got to get more guarded, which I am. Trust me, because things happened this year. So, and like you guys all know,
you know, guarded, right? The show makes you paranoid because you're constantly like looking over your shoulder, and like sometimes producers are in your ear giving you like, oh, well, she doesn't really like you. You know, like there were things that were being told to me that then it made me not trust it. But I'm like, well, so what? We're having fun when we're filming. As long as she's cool while we're filming, it's good. But I didn't really trust it because
why would you listen to that person when, you know, we had such a close bond? The thing is, like, that's what I do. I distant myself, I guess, from, you know, how Jacqueline said, because I was like, you know, Jacqueline's my really good friend. Like, why would she be hanging out with someone that she knows is like, you know, like,
I think it was just the pressure. You know how it is when you're filming, you have to film with your cast. So it's like I had to film with them, and I didn't really want a problem with them either, where I would be fighting the whole time with them, because I also had stuff I was dealing with where, I mean, people don't know how bad the Nicholas stuff really affected me. I didn't show it as much. I mean, I cried a lot in my interviews, but it really affected me in a really more than I let on. And I was so on the edge of like, I couldn't deal with a lot of things. And you know,
and talking about that, Jacqueline, that's what made me like, because God brought Nicholas into my life, you know, because he's Louie's son, and just, you know, being with Nicholas like made me think so much about you. Like, you see how it, like, because I had a Nicholas too, and I just was like, and I'm like, this is why, you know, and I felt bad, and I started crying to myself. I was like, she was going through a lot, you know, and she was, you know, you had Nicholas, I had Adriana, and I'm like, I felt, and then I was just thinking about you so much, and I was just like, she was going through a hard time, and that's why your mind was clouded because you were dealing with Nicholas, and then hearing stuff, and sometimes, you know, you just, you know, whatever, you weren't, you know, thinking straight because, you know, you were, you know, you had all that going on with Nicholas. So that's what made me reach out to you. And because I was like, you know, I don't even care about anything. I just want to forget about whatever happened. And I'm like, because I'm like, God brought this into my, you know, he made me think about you. And I did. I had Nick. I'm like, we both have Nicholases, you know, and that's how I texted her. I'm like, we both have Nicholases. I said, now we both have Nicholases. I said, I would love to see you when I come out there. And that was it. And then we saw each other. And
love that. Yeah. That's beautiful. It really is beautiful. It really is.
Nicholas just turned 15, and now it's like the new normal. I can't imagine Nick not being Nick. He's like so funny and so loving and cute. And I mean, I've learned a lot through him, you know, so you know, it was a blessing. And in the beginning, you're scared and you don't know what to expect. And
you know what? God gives you what you could handle.
Yeah.
Right, Kim? Like God gave, you know, God
Absolutely
gave her Nicholas because they knew she could handle it. You know, God gives you what you can handle, you know?
It helped educate me. I went on, I got all these you can't see them all behind me, but
I mean, look, she's an advocate for it now.
Certified nutrition and functional medicine and toxicity and hormones and autism mastery course. Like I did all these things so I could help other people. So that's how I turned the tables, by learning as much as I could to help other families that are going through the same thing. So that's,
I mean, Jacqueline, if you ever need any help or if there's any fundraiser that you want me to attend with you, I would love to, you know, because that's my charity. Autism science. Yeah. For autism too. Same thing.
Love that.
Because of Nicholas.
And listen, you know, that's so ironic that both their names are Nicholas.
I know.
Come on. I mean, look at the irony of that.
So that's
wild.
I just started, because when Nicholas came into my life, you know, he's so sweet. And I just started thinking about Jacqueline a lot. And then that's what made me, and I'm like, I said, isn't it so ironic we both have Nicholases now?
Yeah.
And then, and then I was going there to Vegas, and I wanted to see her. I missed her, you know? Because you don't find too many friendships like that. Like had the friendship that me and Jacqueline had. There's not too many friendships like that, you know. You have friends, you know, the surface friends, but like to have real, true friendship, it's hard to find. So our friendship was really real. So
I know, that's why I'm glad I'm not part of the show anymore, because I think it would have been really hard to have and trust it if we were still on the show together, because you never know what's for the show or what's, you know what I mean? Like, I like that it happened organically outside the show and it's sustained, you know, still. And, you know, it's back to how it was. Like I said, for 7 years, we never got in one fight, but not one. Like all we did was laugh and talk and never had one issue until the show.
And drink insignia wine was our favorite.
Oh, yeah. A lot of food, a lot of wine.
Yeah, we used to have a lot of food and a lot of wine, and like always hang out with the kids and our husbands. It was fun, so much fun,
Yeah.
And Kim, same thing with you. We used to always hang out with you. The posh fashion shows were so much fun. I mean, I know there was drama there,
much fun.
But the posh fashion shows were so much fun. They were,
All we did was laugh and have fun. But we went out, we ate, we drank, and we had a good time. There was nothing to argue about. We just had to pick which place we wanted to go to. And every restaurant we went to loved us, loved having us there. It was fantastic. I loved it. Listen, I loved it.
Yeah, I loved how you were a straight shooter, because sometimes I remember a couple of times I wasn't happy with a couple things you did, and I would like confront her, and she just like owned her shit. She's like, "Oh well, you know what? I had to do that because blah blah blah." I was like, "Oh, okay, I guess I can't." She just had some way about her where I couldn't be mad. Like, I was like,
wait, like, Frank, can you tell me like one thing that you were annoyed about? I'm just curious.
Oh my God, Jack, what did I do to you?
I don't know. I can't remember. I just
remember probably a lot, knowing me.
I just remember approaching you a couple times, and I can't remember what it was about. And I was just like, why? And then you would just like own your shit, and I'd be like, okay, I have nothing to say. She owned it. Like, not apologetic.
I know. I guess if somebody owns it, there's nothing you can, you can't fight with. You can't fight back with them.
Yeah.
Just like unapologetic and just like, I did what I did. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah. I remember so many of those times when Jacqueline would do that with me, and Kristen too. And I'd be like, yeah, I did it. I'm flawed. I did it, but so what? And she'd be like, what? Like dumbfounded. But then we got over it. Jacqueline and I never had we never had space. We've been consistent. We never had space because like, I do know that I do some bad things. I say stupid stuff and I'll just say, well, that's who I am. And I'm sorry if I hurt your feelings, but tough.
We're all villains in someone's story, and we're all not villains in someone's story. You're a good friend to some people. Yes. Sometimes you get angry. Everybody's a villain at some point to somebody, right?
Right.
Oh, okay, I'm going to be on House of Villains soon.
Yeah. There you go.
I know. I was like, yeah, I guess I could be a villain if you come at, come for me,
Story, but like, you're not to a lot of people, but some people you are a villain. Like the people you fight with, you're a villain. The people you're not fighting with, you're not a villain. So everybody's a villain in somebody's story at some point.
Yeah, you're right.
So you're not a villain like overall. Your personality is not that. You're like a very happy-go-lucky, fun person. That's what I want to see more of you on the show. I want to see
Me too. I told you the same thing. Me too. I want to see Teresa happy.
Yes, because on the show, you're always being put on the defense and having to like have your guard up, and you're like a fun, easygoing person that just likes to have a good time and is sweet and whatever. And like, that's who you are in your natural state. And it's like when you're having to defend yourself, and it's like, then the other side comes out, it's like, let Teresa be Teresa for a season and let her be funny Teresa for a while.
I know. I can't wait. Hopefully, that's why I wanted to do this podcast, because I'm like, maybe I want people to see who the real Teresa is. And I think people are going to see that on House of Villains, which I can't wait for that to come out.
You have fun doing that?
Yeah. I mean, at first I didn't want to do the show because of the name. I'm like, I'm not a villain. And they're like, well, you look like you are a villain on your show. And I'm like, oh, because people come for me, which I was like, okay. And now that I did it, I'm so happy I did it, because I can't talk about it, but when it comes out, I can't wait to see it myself, because I think everyone's going to see a different side of like the Teresa I think that I am, because you're right. On Housewives, I'm always on the defense because they're always coming for me, and it's like, so I always have to defend myself, which I'm so used to it by now.
It's funny when people come after you too. You are funny too. With your comebacks and stuff are also funny.
But I think all three of us, you have to hit us first. Like all three of us, people have to hit us first, and then we knock them down. Like that's the way we are. I don't think any of us start the crap.
Yeah,
no, we take, and then we hit back.
Yeah, I mean, the only time I did start something on the show.
Yeah.
And then afterwards, I finally realized this season, I was like, shit, I was set up. Because they told me that information. And I was like so stupid to repeat it. But in my head, I was thinking like, I'm only repeating it. Because like what happened with me? Kim,
already out there.
Like Kim, you were telling me Joe cheated on me. And I was just like, okay, I'm like, prove it. So that's kind of what I was thinking in my head. I was telling Jackie that, listen, this rumor's out there. Like, put a stop to it, you know? But I didn't know she was going to take it to, you know, I didn't know it was going to hurt her because I didn't mean it.
We thought they were already discussing it on the show between other people and everything. So it's like, I'm just bringing up what's already out there. And then she got, you know, thinking that you were just trying to, like, you were the one putting it out there, but you were just repeating what you heard that was already out there. It's like, okay, I'm going to tell you this. Now you give me your, like, defend it. Like, exactly.
Right. Your defense. Right. So that was the only time I ever started anything, right, guys? Can you remember any time else that I because I don't throw the first punch.
I don't remember Danielle Staub, even though we don't like her. I think that girl went through like hell in a hand. Oh my God,
Kim, Danielle Staub. I even brought her back. I
I know you did.
She threw me under the bus. I'm like, are you serious?
I think she instigates things. I don't think she's a victim. I don't think she's a victim.
No, I'm not saying a victim.
I mean, are you friends with her?
No, I haven't heard from her in years.
No, because because she knows so much shit, and I wish she would have.
Well, I'd love to get her on the show.
Yeah, I want her get her on your show because, like, I'm just saying, she knows so much stuff that really what happened behind the scene. And I wish she would have just said the truth.
She should have said it then when she was on.
You know what? I have to say something about her, though. You know what she did say to me? You know, I'm not saying because it's the truth. Like, she's not even on the show anymore. But she said to me, I'm like, why didn't you ever say the truth? Like, someone was contacting, because remember, like, when she said I didn't go see my nephew in the hospital?
Yes.
And
right.
That we knew.
That's when, you know, that person told her that I didn't go see my nephew in the hospital. Meanwhile, I did go see him in the hospital. Jacqueline knew I went to go see him.
Like, I was like, yes,
right.
Yeah.
And she found that out from Danielle because they were speaking. So I wish that, and I asked her afterwards, I'm like, why didn't you ever say the truth? And you know what she said? She's like, I never wanted to cause a problem between you and your family because then everybody would have hated me. Yeah. So when she told me that, I do respect that. But in another sense, I mean, she should have, I was friends with her. I like Danielle, right? Jacqueline, we met her.
It's the truth. We supposed to tell the truth.
Like Danielle, I mean, Jacqueline, we used to hang out with Danielle, right? We had fun with her, right? In the beginning.
When it first started the episode, like, we would film for the day and then the day would stop and then we would like eat and like just, you know, hang out for a little bit before, you know, we'd have to film our next scene. But we always had, you know, a good time filming.
No, I'm saying we never, I don't remember. No, it didn't happen till late. I don't know. I'm just saying in the beginning, I liked her until whatever. And then because we really, with Danielle, I got to know her on the show. Like, you know, we met her and then that's how we got to know her. Right. We didn't know her before the show. So, and then it really played out the way it played out, like for real. Like, but she was hiding things. Like, I wish she would have said the truth, what was really going on behind the scenes.
Right. I think they all should have told the truth.
All right. And then, all right. So Kim, let's say when we met, right, we picked up right where we left off.
Yes. Same thing happened, Jack.
I
walk in, he gives me a big hug. Louie gives me a big hug. Okay. And then Teresa stops me because the boys are going to get the table. And she goes, I just want to tell you something. Look in my eyes. I'm like, all right, I'm looking in your eyes. She goes, I swear that I did not get you off, like try to get you off the show. I swear to you, I didn't do it. I'm like, okay, Teresa. And we were good. And then we sat down and I go, I'm getting to margarita. Are you? She goes, yeah. And then that was it. And then we turned our backs to the guys and we just yak the
whole time.
And James and Louie goes, I can't believe what I'm saying.
Yeah, we just picked up right where we left off. And my thing is, you make great TV. Why wouldn't I want you on the show? You know? No, but you do.
Either way.
So did Jacqueline.
Either way.
You know, Danielle. You know, I mean, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
These are all people. You know, you guys make great TV, and it's like, But when you guys are on, it adds more to the show. I'm like, that's what I mean. So like you brought a lot, with like the Kim, the posh fashion shows, it brought a lot of storyline to, the show. It did,
We had fun doing it.
Yeah.
And we had fun.
No, we had
fun
doing it. I mean, I wish we could talk about more.
I mean, think about Jacqueline. Think about the first one where Jacqueline and Teresa both got the little furs. They were both done being pregnant. So they didn't have their regular bodies, right?
Yeah.
So they're both covering up in the furs. You're sitting at my table. And then Carlos King screws up my whole room and he puts Danielle straight across from us with Kim G, right? And then all of a sudden I look up and I'm like, where's Teresa? Teresa's sitting waiting for Danielle.
Oh my God.
And then you go. And then you go flying through the North Jersey Country Club. I mean, that was insane. Think about how insane that was.
You're like, nothing. I just want to say hi. I'm like, what? Like,
yeah, that was that fashion show. I thought you meant the first one. Okay, yeah.
No, well, that was the posh was. That was when you were chasing after Danielle. That was the first.
That was the first one, and then Strippergate was the second one.
Correct. Correct. Yes.
That's right. Because oh my God, that's right.
Yeah, they weren't even on the show yet.
Just sitting outside the bathroom on the stool, just waiting for her to get out of the bathroom. I'm like, why? You're like, I'll say hi. I'm like, why?
Because she was putting, false narratives out there, and I had to like strain her out. Yeah.
Yeah. That was
really.
That's what I said is bitch better, because she's like, don't call me.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, is bitch better? Like,
hysterical. No one could pull her back. Like they actually have a scene of me holding on to the back of her dress and she's dragging me through and running through. I mean, think about how wild that is. That's the first one.
My best friend Rosanna that lives in California, she was chasing after me. I think I pushed. I don't know if I was like, I don't know.
You pushed everybody.
Rosanna fell. Do you guys remember Rosanna fell? Trying to hold me back, and I think I pushed her back. I was like, "Get off of me!"
So funny. That was the funniest.
Rosanna fell. I was like, "Oh my God, I'm sorry." Yeah.
And Sun Cubana wasn't the second. It was the brownstone. The brownstone where you had the fight with Kathy.
Oh wait, and that's and that's when we walked in your fashion show.
Oh right.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember that.
We had fun too.
I even knew what I wore. I wore the black and gold dress.
I was so embarrassed.
Yeah, it was like a lace.
Oh, yeah, and that's when my cousin said something about me leaving my baby unattended at the
unattended.
Oh, and that's when I had to say something. I remember even my mom was pissed. My mom was there. My mom came to that fashion show. Remember, Kim?
Yes.
My mom even was pissed. My mother doesn't really say much.
Wasn't Jen Aiden at that one too? I saw a flashback and I think Jen Aiden was there.
She was? Maybe she bought tickets.
She was at another one where you and Dolores came. She was at the one where Dolores and Jacqueline came when I dropped the news about Teresa's husband at the time.
Oh God. Okay.
Yeah. She goes, Teresa wasn't at that one. It's when I was like, I forgot what I said. Is Teresa delusional or is she? Yeah, something, that's how I said. But that was my first comeback.
I mean, Kim, I always wanted to know if he was cheating. I wanted the proof. Cause like, I know. The thing was like, how do you go off of no proof? You need proof. Cause if you have proof, then you have no problem walking away. So, because my kids would ask me, even my kids would probably be like, Mommy, why'd you leave Daddy? Because someone told you? No, you need proof, I mean, I have to say, I'll tell you guys something. That's the thing. No girls ever came forward. There was these two girls that I thought he was doing something with. And I confronted both of them. And one of them was a tough bitch. Like, she was like she was like, and I was like, all right, like if she's fucking my husband, just fucking say it, Because listen, if I was fucking someone, I would say it. I'll be like, yes, I am, Like I would want the girl to know, I have
to say, I've never seen you more in love than you are now. Like the way you are with your husband now, I've never seen. And like I feel like you and Joe loved each other, and you were kind of like comfortable with each other, like brother and sister or whatever. But the way you are with Louie, like the way you look at him and talk about him, like you could tell you're like obsessed. Like it's like a really cute to see that
She's
side of
in
me.
love. It's a different in love. It's in love.
Yeah, I mean, I thought like with Joe, I did love him. You see, Jacqueline, I was like tried to be the best wife I could with him and everything. But you know, and then look, once he left, that was like, yeah, he left, and then it's so weird when he left. It's like I had like a weight lifted off of me. I felt like, you know, and then like losing my mom 8 months later, that's when I knew our marriage was done. Cause like, you know, cause I came home and then he left 3 months later and then I lost my mom like, you know, 8 months later from when I came home. And then I was just so angry that he, you know, I was like, I lost that time with my mom. I could have been, you know, with my mom, but I was in jail, you know? So it's like, so that's when I really, like, to me, that's when our marriage was really over, but he didn't know that. Like, I still, you know, I still, you know, I wanted him to come home. I still fought for him. Like, you know how much money I paid out trying to get him to not get deported, but you know, there was nothing that we could do. But you know, so that's it. But let me tell you. So then I'm going to jump around. Then I'm going to go back to soulmates and twin flames. You know, I think I told you guys both that I always thought Louie was my soulmate. And I'm like, oh my God, I found my soulmate finally. Cause I don't anything Joe was my soulmate. Cause yeah, it's like a different, I mean, yeah, I love Joe. It's like we grew up together. So I knew him my whole life. Like same thing like Louie and his ex-wife. He met his ex-wife when he was 13. Is that crazy?
Wow.
That's crazy.
And then look, and then they stayed together. They met, 13, I think he said, or she was, no, yeah, they were the same age. I think they met in high school. Yeah, I think 13. And then they stayed together that whole time, got married. And then he got divorced when he was 35. So same thing with Joe. Like I knew him my whole life. I mean, I don't know if you guys know, Joe's dad took my dad and my mom to that. My mom was giving birth with me. Joe's dad took my mom and my dad to the hospital.
Really?
Yes.
No, I knew they were very close.
Yeah. So like they were hanging out that day and my mother started going into labor. And then Joe's dad took my dad and my mom. Well, my dad and Joe's dad took my mom to the hospital.
Right.
So that's how far back I go with Joe. Yeah.
Yeah, there was definitely a connection, but this is different. You could, Jacqueline said, it's very clear and obvious that it's very different. And that's not saying anything bad about your relationship with Joe. It's just saying this was more what's meant to be.
You guys have a close, like a family closeness.
I mean, listen, Joe and I, I mean, I'll say it. We used to have sex every day. I mean, we were like we were good, you know? Yeah, we were good.
No, that. And I guess it was like, you guys were like family close and loved each other. It's like a different kind of, I feel like with Louie, there's more of like passion or there's something.
Passion.
Yes.
Is it passion? Is that what I'm thinking? There's something different, you know, like you were comfortable with like, he's like your best friend and your lover. But I mean, with Louie, I feel like there's some kind of passion there. There's something different.
I agree.
I'll tell you real quick a story. So anyway, when I dated a guy before Joe for 6 years. I'm not saying his name because he was a jerk. No.
I know it because it's the same that I had for 13 years.
He wasn't a jerk. He treated me really well in the beginning. And then when I turned 20, I met him when I was 18. Then when I turned 21, I started going to clubs. And I guess he started getting jealous that I started going to clubs. But I just wanted to experience that. Like I wanted to go to clubs. I turned 21.
Right.
So I started going out with my friends. And then when I would go out with my friends, he started going out with his friends. And the difference is, what'd you say?
I said, no, that's a double
standard. So then when he started going out with his friends, that's when he was doing things. Like he was cheating. Like I'll never forget. Like one time we broke up. I think we broke up for like 8 months. He kept calling me every day, trying to get back with me. He's like, it's Thanksgiving. I'm home by myself. I'm missing you. He would literally even put on the tears and everything. And I'm like, and then look at what a small world it is. I went to Berkeley College in fashion. One of my good friends, Doreen, was in fashion too. She used to work for Jamesway for the buying office. Jamesway, remember Jamesway, guys?
Oh my God, yes.
So she used to work at the buying office in Secaucus. All of a sudden, she's at in the office, and this girl's like, "Oh my God, I just met this great guy. He just took me on vacation." And she's like, "We just went to the Bahamas." So Doreen looks at the pictures. Now, Doreen knew my boyfriend at the time. I was really close to Doreen.
Oh my God.
She starts looking at the pictures, see how life works. And she went on vacation with my my boyfriend. Well, the thing is, we were broken up, but he kept calling me and telling me, trying to get me back. Meanwhile, he's like out with another girl. Like,
unbelievable.
So, of course, he convinced me, and I ended up taking him back because I'm like, we were broken up.
Love.
We were broken up, but the thing is,
they were on a break.
Yeah,
they were on a break.
And this happened. Like, he did this another few times. Like, that's the thing. It was not just one time. So after that, I couldn't take it no more. Oh, I'll tell everybody the story. This is the last straw. So, I go to his house, and like, I don't know if you girls ever did this. I mean, I'm telling girls out there so they could do this. Maybe if they think their guy might be doing something. So I go to his house, and now I was talking to Joe too at the time. So I'm talking to Joe and my ex-boyfriend, and I was like, because your first love, you don't want to ever let him go.
Yeah,
that's the hardest.
Yes. So then I go to his house, and see, God told me to do this. I went in his bathroom and I checked the garbage.
Oh.
And I found a tag in there, 34B from Victoria's Secret.
A bra?
34B?
Tell me truth.
Look at Jacqueline.
You know what I did, guys? I came out of the bathroom and I just left. I was like, he's like, "Where you going?"
Okay.
I'm like, he's like, "Where you going?" I just left, and I never talked to him again. And that
Good.
was it. And I was like,
that's what it took.
Because
that's
that was
what it
my
took.
sign that I'm like, he's still doing it. He's still doing stuff. And I was just like, I can't be with a person like that. Yeah. And that was it. And that was that one. I found it it could. I mean,
that young.
What?
So now when you're that young, you have a whole life ahead of you. What do you need to do?
Yeah, right.
Exactly.
And then that was it. And then I just ended up with Joe because I was just so hurt by my first boyfriend that I didn't trust anyone. And anytime I called Joe, any girl he was with, he would drop them for me. He was that guy. Like he would always call me on Valentine's Day, always send me roses. And he was just always there for me no matter what. So I just, it's that guy that's always like sweet to you and like always.
Close too. Your families were like grew up together. It just is normal. It's just
I know, but my mom didn't want me to be with him. It's so weird growing up. She didn't. But then when I ended up telling her I'm talking to Joe, she was fine with it. Like at 24, and then that was it.
Your 4 daughters. Now you have 4 beautiful daughters. You wouldn't have
had.
No,
I know. You know what? Right. I did say, like, now I think about it, I'm like, I was supposed to have my daughters with Joe. Yeah. I mean,
absolutely.
And I have to say, like, I mean, we do make beautiful babies together. We do.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And they're smart.
Right. And you know what? We're really close now. We're like how we were like growing up. Like we're like best friends. Like he called me the other day. He's like, you know what? I just watched the episode with that Fuda guy. He's like, I don't. He was pissed. And,
that's funny.
I'm like, he's like, I better never see him in the Bahamar. He was pissed.
I love it. I love how good for Joe. I love Juicy Joe.
Yes,
I
love how you have a good relationship with him now.
I love how he still sticks up for me. And like, he's like, yeah, I don't like that guy. I was like, yeah, I don't like him either.
Good.
And that was it. So anyway,
I feel like I missed out on so much, like with your daughters growing up, because I like love them. They were just so cute, always so cute and funny, and so I always like wonder now, like how different are their personalities? Like, what are they into? How, like, I feel like there's so much I don't know about them. And I hate that I missed like all those years of getting.
You're so cute. I know, like my kids love that we're talking again. That like they love you. They're like they're so happy. Well, she is, very fierce, strong. You see her. I mean, you see her on the show. Yeah,
I saw her at the D'Amelio event. She was at the D'Amelio event.
Yeah. So she's like very, independent. Like so proud of her. Gabriella's my smarty pants. Like she's University of Michigan. She's so Jacqueline. She's like you. I have to go take a picture of her closet. I have to take a picture of her closet. It's like how you are.
Like very like
OCD. Yes. Oh my gosh. Kim, she takes 5 minutes to fold something to make sure it's, oh my God. Like you don't understand. I have to take
really.
She's like that. She's so like always helping me. Like she won't go to bed till the kitchen spotless. Cause like now I have to say the difference is like I do get tired at nighttime. You guys, we all do. Like certain time, if I lay on the couch, like that's it. I'm done. I'm not getting up.
That's done.
Yes. So, but Gabriella makes sure like the kitchen's before she goes to bed. She'll make sure this kitchen's spotless. Like we wake up in the morning, there's no dishes in the sink, nothing. Like she's that kind of kid.
Oh, I love that.
She's like that.
Her and CJ were always like really close. They would always hang out together. They were
they were best. Yeah, they were best friends. I know. We used to always say they're going to hook up, but then they moved away.
So cute. They have the same type of personality, like they have that quiet demeanor, that sweet, quiet demeanor.
You know what? Like if you get into a fight with Gia, she'll she might like me, but I think she's like a little bit more calmer than me. Maybe I get a little bit more crazier. Gabriella's more quiet. Like if you could, she won't yell.
Private too, right? Like CJ's very private.
Yeah. Yeah. Gabriella's not. She's not public on social media. She's private.
Yeah. CJ doesn't
get so mad. Like by accident, sometimes Louie tags her. She's like, "Don't tag her." And then Louie's like, "I'm sorry," because she's just private. And you know what? I respect that.
Yeah.
Like you see, like when we filmed this year, she filmed with me. She, like her leaving, but she did not want to film at her school. She was like, "Mom, I don't want to film at my school." And I was like, "Okay, no problem." So I respected that. Yeah. So whatever she allows me to do, I do. Like if she says no, I totally respect her privacy,
That's good.
That's why I was
now Melania's my spicy one. I'll never forget when I wanted to get a toy puppy and Kim's like, "Teresa, you're not getting a toy puppy." She's like, "Milania is gonna like kill that thing in a day." I was like, "Oh my God."
Oh, like a toy small dog, you mean?
Yeah, the small toy.
Like a teeny weeny one because she's just she was rough. The kid was rough at the time. You know what I mean? She didn't,
Yeah, because she was, wait, did you ever see that video when she rose Gian on the sofa?
Yes. Yes.
She used to put her on the back of things and like push her walker like so fast she'd go flying down the hall. And I was like,
I know my friend Rosanna's nickname for Milania was Bam Bam. That was her nickname for Milania.
That was cute. That's a good one.
I always remember
Milania always is the spicy one. Like
it's so cute. I just remember my parents came to visit and you guys were at our house and she was like, helping to decorate the Christmas tree or something. And then she comes and she crawls across the top of the couch. Like my dad's sitting there. Her face is like right here to my dad. And she's like this. And she's like, "I want to give you some advice." She goes, "Happy life, happy wife." And she, but she had
so cute.
Joe used to say that in the house all the time. Yeah.
Yeah. She's like, "Happy wife." And she's like, "Happy wife, happy life." Or
could you imagine how cute that is?
That was a joke because Joe used to say that all the time on the show. He
so
came up with that, and then I started selling T-shirts saying that. I used to sell, then I sold T-shirts saying that. Yeah.
Well, she said it
that
so
is
much.
so cute.
Some advice, she's like very immature. She's like, "Happy wife, happy," with her little face, like right here to my dad. He was like, "Oh my God."
That's adorable. That's a definite Milania story.
Yeah.
Definite Milania.
I mean, the thing is, like, she's always like pushes the envelope, you know, like she's like, that's my spicy one.
Heart. She's really good with your Nicholas.
Oh yeah,
Jacqueline, you would be so proud of her. In her school, she in her she does pathways. Like she loves helping kids. Like, you know, especially
that.
Even she does it in her school too. For like she helps.
I love that.
Yeah, because it takes a special person to do that. You know.
Yes.
She loves helping people. That's one thing.
I love that.
Yeah, she has the biggest heart. Like, I don't know what she's gonna do, like what major she's gonna take, but yeah, she has a heart of gold. Yeah, she does has the biggest heart, and yeah, she loves always helping people. She does. Yeah, and she, yeah. So, but she's my space. When you would love her, she said she's the best time, Jacqueline. She would have so much fun with her. She's like that person, and she was the first one to ask me. Like, for a graduation gift, I took her to Paris. Like, we just went to Paris.
I saw her there. Oh my God. I was like, that's
so that awesome. Was her graduation gift. She was like, Mommy, I don't want a graduation party. You know, when you take me to Paris, you know, I want to go with my best friend and her mom. And then
we should have been cameras there for that.
I know. And then we ended up taking Gabriella too. And she was home from college, so she came.
I saw the cute outfit.
Yes.
I love the outfits. I love them.
All these special outfits. And then, like, the first night I went to a club with her. We had so much fun.
Oh, my God.
Yes. And then the other 2 nights, I went to the second night. It was a 5-story club. I was like, you know what? Me and
5
Julie.
stories?
Yeah, like 5. Yeah. So me and Julie went home. We took them. We waited till them so they got in, and then we went back to the hotel. Yeah.
Wow.
So, and that was it.
She's adorable. She really is adorable.
And then Adriana is so sweet. She's like quiet. I mean, listen, she'll speak up when she needs to, but she reminds me of Gabriella. Like Gabriella and Adriana are the same, and Gia and Milania are the spicy ones. You know, like that. Yeah. Yeah,
that's cute.
But the one that's the spiciest is Milania. That one.
Oh yeah, we could see that. But she also has the biggest heart.
No, she does. No, she does. Like, you know, she'll say sorry for, you know, right away. She's a forgiver. Like, you know, she doesn't hold grudges. You know, and she, you know, she moves on. Yeah, she's good.
She wants to have fun.
Yeah. How's CJ? Tell us about CJ.
CJ's in love.
I know. I saw his girlfriend. She's so pretty.
She's beautiful. Beautiful.
She's the sweetheart. But they've been best friends since 5th grade, and he went to school with her. He was always had a crush on her. He was always in love with her from when they met. They would talk every day as best friends, and it wasn't until we moved away that they actually started dating. So they have this long distance relationship. But she's been out here for a couple months at a time. He would go there. Now, you know, he's working with Chris, so he doesn't really get a lot of time off. So if he goes there, it's only for a few days, you know, but he tries to, you know, visit her. She comes here. They're on the phone all day long, every day. They're like an old couple. They're just so cute.
Yeah, they're cute together. She's a really pretty girl.
Yeah, he's so handsome.
They're all beautiful. All the kids are beautiful.
Thank you. And Kim, since we talked about her, because we don't want to leave your son out. How's your son doing?
34.
How's he doing?
My son's 34.
I can't believe it. Is he getting married anytime soon or anything?
Well, he lives with a lovely girl that I love.
Okay.
She already has 3 of her own kids. She has twin girls and a boy.
Okay.
Who I think they're adorable. It's different, but you want to know something, guys? We're closer now. He comes over every morning. He sees me before work. He stops over and then we're really, really close. The only thing he did say, don't talk about me in the book, because he's private too. He's like Gabrielle. So my friend showed him that there's a couple pictures of him when he was younger. And he's like, Mom, I told you, I didn't talk about you as an adult, but I had to talk about you as a baby because that's my life.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. As a baby.
Yeah.
And does he want to have a baby of his own?
Not right now. He's like, no, Ma, I'm not interested. He's a tough cookie, my son, you know?
Okay.
I bet you.
But he's very good with her kids.
That's so good.
He's very good with our kids.
That's good.
He takes them to school. Takes them to school.
Maybe he's content with that, you know?
Yep. She has a little boy, 11 years old. He loves the little boy. He takes the girls to dance. He brings them to school. He cooks for them. I'm like shocked. I'm like, wow. But you know, he does well with those kids.
That's
he does.
So nice. All right, so let me tell you guys about twin flames and soulmate. So anyway, I met this tarot card reader. So if you guys want, I'll send you her number. She was really good. I mean, let's see if, I think she was good. I mean, I have to see if it comes true. Well, because what she told me,
see if it comes true.
Wait, listen, I recorded it. So let's see what she said, if it comes true.
Oh,
you know?
Okay.
So anyway, she's a tarot card reader, and she was recommended by Gina. You know, Gina, the one that was on the show. You know, did you ever, Gina? She was on the show with me, and she told me I was meeting Louie.
Oh, okay.
Anyways, so she was recommended by a good person. So she read my cards, and then she started telling me, like, you know, she told me that Joe was very heartbroken. She's like, and I was like, I know, you know, I always know, like, you know, about what happened. And then when it came up to Louie, she's like, you found, he's your twin flame. And I'm like, twin flame? They're like, she's like, it's really hard to find your twin flame, but he's definitely your twin flame. And I said, isn't he my soulmate? And she's like, no. She's like, soulmates, you go through souls to find your twin flame. So did you guys ever hear that?
Really?
Yes.
No.
Because I always thought Louie was my soulmate. And they're like, no. And she's like, you go through souls. You know, that means people, like different souls. Different souls, whoever you're dating, to find your twin flame. And your twin flame is like, you know, that means like very passionate. Yeah. Your match. I never knew that, guys. I mean, she just told me that. Yeah.
I would love to talk to her, Teresa. I'd love to talk to her.
You guys both her number.
Yeah.
So the soulmate is just someone you pass through in like a lifetime from a previous lifetime, and you kind of reconnect, but it's not necessarily your person. Like your twin flame is like your person.
Hey, Adriana, come here real quick. I want you to meet
What do you think of these flounces?
I want you.
Oh, I love them.
I don't know.
Now you know how long we used to talk on the phone.
Used to you and Nicholas were born at the same time. This is Adriana.
Hi. Oh my God, I'm showing a pronap. I can't.
So nice to see you. Yes. You remember Jacqueline?
Yeah.
That's so cute. Hi, Adriana.
Of the cover, remember we were doing the cover of In Touch or something, and then you were holding her and I was holding Nicholas? I just found that picture the other day.
With her son and with you.
Oh.
I'm going to show you.
I forgot about that, Jack.
You were right in the hospital.
We look alike.
Oh my God, she's beautiful.
Look alike,
girl.
Yes.
And I mean, I now have two stepsons. Yeah, they're both great. Little Louie lives with us, and he's adorable. Best stepson I could ever ask for.
That's a good looking.
Yeah, no, he is. Like, I said that to him. I said, you know, Louie, you know, you're very handsome, and he gets all shy. I'm like, remember that, you're so cute, you know. He's like
his boyfriend and him look like brothers. Like they look like
they do. Right? They look a lot alike.
You think? I mean, a little bit. Yeah. They work together. So Christian works with with Louie and I don't say big Louie. I say Louie and little Louie. We call my stepson little Louie. Louie. Yeah, because they were in the same house together. Yeah.
I'm going to tell you, I think when people see this podcast, girls, they're going to know how long we used to sit on the phone.
Yeah,
I know. Very clear how easy it is to flow.
Yeah,
very clear.
It's two. We
went for 2 hours.
We've been talking for 2 hours. Oh my God! It's 4:30.
Yes.
You know what I mean? All right. Oh my God.
Botox appointment, girls.
All right. Yeah, that's it. All right.
Listen, I love you. I got to do my live tonight at 7. So, I was like,
guys, this
was December.
Yeah, this was so much fun. I'm going to see you, Jacqueline.
So much
fun. Not this week. Coming the following week, I'm going to see you. Yeah, and then Kim, I'm going to see you. So, but Kim, I'm going to definitely. I'm going to come on your podcast because Kim wants to ask me questions. So I
have them all here.
Yes, we're definitely going to do that.
wanted to.
This is a great podcast.
I got them all written down in my notes.
All right, so Kim, that next time, then I'll come on your podcast and we'll do that.
Would love that.
Yeah, I'll love that. Okay.
Love you guys.
All right, thank you guys.
It's been an absolute
Love you guys.
pleasure.
So as you guys could tell, I mean, I could talk with those two for hours on the phone, and like, I mean, I can't believe that we were talking for 2 hours. So now, guys, tune in for the rest of me and Milania and Gabriella taking over Paris. I mean, yeah, because Gabriella was in school with you.
I loved having Gabriella in school with me, but the thing with Gabriella was she's so focused on school. She's so focused on school. Like, I mean, we're in lunch and she's doing homework. Like, at least Adriana actually like talks to me. Like Adriana, she'll sit first half of lunch with her friends and then she comes to my table.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, and she's always like, "Where are you?" Because second half of lunch, I walk Adam down every single day. Me and Stephanie walk Adam down to also with Adam and all the kids, they come and eat lunch with us for the first half of lunch. And then for the second half of lunch, we walk them down to what's called like the lounge. And they do like activities and they're allowed to like go outside, kind of like recess for them, I guess. And then we like hang out with them for a little bit. Then we go back to lunch and finish our lunch.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah, that's what we do every day. That's our routine every single lunch, by the way, if you didn't know that.
See, and then you were not in high school with Gia.
No. And I've been doing that with Adam since forever. Like, if you ask Gabriella would be like, "Oh my God, you still do that?" And I'll be like, "Of course I do." But she knows that I still do that. But yeah, I have like so many videos of me walking Adam. So this is how he likes it. He's like, "Milania." I'm like, "What?" But he knows. I know what it is, but you don't. Every single, like, he always wants to lock arms. Like, wait, I can't do it by myself. Yeah. I'm like trying to do it. He always wants to lock arms. So it's like me on one side and Stephanie on the other side, and we're all locking arms in the hallway, and we're all walking. It's so funny. It's so cute. And then all the teachers are like, "Adam, we see you got your girls." And we're like, "Yeah."
That's so cute.
Yeah, it's funny. But yeah, so that's what we do at every lunch. And then I come back, and Adriana's sitting at my table.
Oh, I love that. So I know Adriana's going to miss you. I mean, Milania's going to, Adriana's going to miss you next year.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to miss Adriana. Yeah, so it's very weird. High school is coming to an end. Goodbye, high school. But honestly, at the same time, like, I am over high school. Like, I loved high school. It was a good experience, but I'm done with it now. Like, if I had to go another year in that school.
Yeah, you know what? If any high school kids are listening, is there any advice that you could give them about like bullying or?
The advice I would give you about high school is literally just have so much fun. Like, I'm not kidding. Go to all the events, go to all your school events, go to everything and have just so much fun with your friends. Like, do all the cute little things. Like, don't be like act like you're too cool to do things. Like, no, do everything, have so much fun, and really just like take in like everything. Like, I feel like one thing about me that I feel like a lot of like other kids don't really think of is like the future and how like things come to an end. Like, eventually everything comes to an end, and just like how like high school is coming to an end, everything comes to an end. So I always make sure I take in, like, when I'm like sitting down, make sure I'm taking in like the moment.
Oh, I love that.
Because our generation is so into their phones, and I feel like everybody says that. Everyone's like, "Oh my God, you guys don't even live in the moment," whatever. And I get mad when people say that. I'm like, yes, I do. Yeah. I live in the moment. So I feel like just because like people who say that even more, I feel like I even just try to even more, because phones could be a distraction, and you want to not forget about the things that, like I'm trying to look outside, but there's no windows in here. But because I love going outside and just like even just like looking outside, like literally just like doing anything to just.
I love that. And what about if anybody's dealing with bullying?
With bullying, stick up for yourself, right? Stick up for yourself, and you know what? Tell the principal, all right? Yes. Tell the principal, because you only have high school once, and you shouldn't let a bully ruin your high school, all right? So literally just tell the principal and let him deal with it. So like, because also a lot of people are also scared to stick up for themselves. And also, not for nothing, it gets to a point sometimes where you're like kind of just like, say like if somebody's getting bullied a lot, like it gets to a point where you're just like done. Like you don't even want to deal with them anymore. And you don't, like, say if you do stick up for yourself and you keep dealing with them, whatever, you keep fighting back with them, it's not even worth it fighting back and forth with them. Like, just telling them so they don't have to come near you. Yeah. And make them scared, honestly, because That's what I would do.
Yeah.
I think I have done that before, honestly.
Yeah, and definitely. Yeah.
I don't want to deal with them. Like, get away from me.
No, exactly. Because that's what I'm saying. Like, no one should have to deal with any bullying.
No, because a lot of kids in high school are very immature. I will say that I've had to deal with a handful of immature kids in high school. So let me just tell you this. There's always going to be immature kids. There's always going to be jealous people of you. Let's not even get into that. Maybe one day I'll share with you guys my high school drama when I'm out of high school. But, no, but actually like crazy, like insane. But yeah, it was a good ride, but I'm out of here. Like, I am out. I can't imagine walking in those hallways for another year. And also, like, feel like I'm ready for college, and I'm so excited for University of Tampa.
I know.
I'm so excited. I hate the cold, so I'm so excited to be in the warm. I'm just gonna miss you guys a lot.
I know I'm gonna miss you too, but I'm gonna visit you. I'm gonna visit you a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's okay.
Your nails look so pretty.
Thank you. My prom nails.
Yeah, they look beautiful.
Yeah, but it's fine. You guys, you're gonna come visit me literally all the time. Whenever I miss you, you just have to come. Okay?
I promise. I will come.
You can sleep in my dorm.
Yeah, I don't know about doing that because you have a roommate, so we'll see. Oh yeah, we can sleep in the same bed.
No, you could get a hotel, so I could come to that hotel.
Oh, good, then you can sleep with me. Okay.
Yeah, but I'm excited. It's been very exciting. This literally just this one, not even end of the week yet, but it's been really exciting. I've been doing a lot of senior events lately and all these like senior things. So it's really fun, and I've been having a lot of fun, and thank you, Mommy, for taking me to Paris. I absolutely loved it, and I'm ending school, but it's so annoying. Our school is like so hard with absences. All my sisters have gone to see my dad, and I haven't seen my dad since Christmas, so I really miss my dad, and I have to go see him soon.
Well, as soon as you graduate, you go see him.
I'm going to go see him in Bahamas soon. So that's why I'm also excited for school to end, so I could finally go see my father, because we cannot miss any school, and it's so annoying.
And like, all right, now that we've gone through all of this, like for any other kids that are going through hard times, or
and also like if
their father's in another country, how should they deal with that?
Sorry, I've cut you off.
Oh, sorry. That's all right.
So in life, you are always going to go through things, and it's okay, because it will always work out in the end. Like, trust me, when my dad was going to Italy and all that stuff, like I really for years.
When you get deported.
Yeah.
When you get deported to Italy.
Yeah. Same thing.
Yeah.
Not really.
Well, no, going to Italy and getting deported is two different things.
I didn't mean it like that.
Yeah.
Anyways, I think they all know that Dad was deported.
Well, not everyone. Maybe there's new people that have never watched Real Housewives of New Jersey and are listening to Turning the Tables for the first time.
Start from episode 1.
Yes, they should watch Real Housewives of New Jersey.
Would you ever start a show midway through? No, you have to start from episode 1, Mom.
Right, I know. We'll talk about it after what she's going to say to you. What's her favorite show? We'll talk about that next. Okay.
Okay, well... Okay, so growing up, I've obviously not have had the easiest life, but I would say the hardest things is really just was losing my grandparents and my dad getting deported. My parents going to jail, whatever. I don't really care about that, because things happen in life. I mean, you obviously should have not went to jail, whatever, but things happen in life, and whatever. I mean, it just sucks because we lost some time together.
But what did Mommy do? Turn the tables.
But you turn the tables.
Yes.
And so I don't really care about that, because that's not a permanent thing. But what was permanent was my dad never coming home. And it just sucks because I was a little girl just expecting for my dad to come home. I was really just really excited. I remember just being in 6th grade, counting down the days when my dad's coming home from jail. Help. No, that I literally was though. I was so young, counting down the days for my dad to come home from jail. I missed him so much, and I was so young, and when I was really young, I was a mommy's girl, and then as I got older, I feel I was more of a daddy's girl. I would always go by my dad, and I always wanted to do more things, but now I'm more of a mommy's girl again, because I had like a little tomboy stage, I think, right? a little bit. Gabriella really had tomboy stage, but I had like this little stage where I like always wanted to like I wanted to do like stucco with my dad. I don't even know, so weird, but I always missed my dad and like whatever, and it just really sucked that he was never coming home. Like that just was really freaking sucks, and till this day I'm dealing with it. So it just really sucks that my dad can't come to my graduation, or he couldn't see me at prom, or all these things. It sucks that I just can't have my dad, but it's okay. It's okay, because honestly, in my situation, what I do in life is I always think about like okay, whatever, I'm in my situation.
At least you still have your dad.
Exactly.
You know?
Can I let me finish?
Oh, sorry.
But I always
you
think
always
about,
look at the positive. Is that what you're gonna say?
Yeah, no. What I always think about is, the situation that I'm in, but like somebody else could be in a way worse situation. I'd always just think about other people's situations and how somebody else could be in a way worse situation. And I'm just grateful for everything that I have and everything that you could do for us. And I'm so grateful for the amazing mommy that I have, and I'm so grateful for the amazing dad that I have. I'm so grateful that I had a dad to want to come home, because a lot of people don't even want their dads to come home sometimes. I don't know. I literally just think about everything. Like, I have an amazing dad. I love my dad, and I'm grateful that I love my dad. I'm grateful to love my dad. I'm grateful to love the amount of people that I love, and I'm happy. And I'm that's why you just have to make the best out of every situation, and I feel like that's what we all did. And a lot of kids get upset when their parents get divorced, but you have to really just. When I was younger, I was like, I never want you getting a boyfriend, whatever. But obviously, as you get older and stuff, but even if you're younger and you're listening to this, I don't know. Just you have to always think about, you want your mom and dad to be happy. You don't want your mom and dad to ever be upset. Like, when I knew you were upset when dad was in jail and stuff, I knew you weren't really happy, and I just wanted you to be happy. That's all I wanted. I want you to be happy, and I love Louie. I'm so happy that you met Louie. I love everything. It's great, and I'm just very happy that you met the love of your life, because that's what I always wanted for you.
Aw, you're so cute. And now you're brothers.
Yes, and now I have brothers. Yeah.
Do you like having two brothers? And you're so amazing with Nicholas. You really are.
Yes, I do like having two brothers. I like having a full house. It is a lot of fun. And
4 dogs.
Just like with the full house, I'm taking it in, because soon I'm going to be in a dorm.
Yes, I know. You're not
crazy.
Gonna be home anymore. I'm going to miss you.
I'm going to miss you.
You are the life of the party, even at home. And the loudest. Yeah. You're definitely the loudest. Yeah. No, that's good advice to, thank you, for any, for kids your age that are listening to the podcast. Yeah, just honestly,
always stay positive too. You have to always look at the bright side of everything. Please, it's for the better. If you dwell on things for too long, it's not worth dwelling on things.
I love to hear that. That's so good.
It's really not. Say if you got into a fight with your best friend, make up with her and get over it and become in a better mood. That was kind of a stupid example. Say if your teacher just yelled at you or whatever, and you're in such a bad mood, you make it ruin your whole day. Just don't let little things ruin your whole day. For example, if something happens, just brush it off and let it go and put a smile back on your face and enjoy the rest of your day, because things are you never know what's gonna happen next. You never know. You can't predict. Like I said before, you can never growing up, I had this saying, because I was so young when all these things were happening, so I was obviously wondering why this was happening, and I didn't really I didn't get. My mom told me she was going to camp, for God's sakes. I did not know what was going on. And that's why I'm saying when my dad getting deported, it just sucks, because I was just waiting for him to come home, and my mom and dad they didn't hide.
I told you guys I was going to work, right?
Yeah, weird. I know. And then we came to visit you and we saw the jail.
But did you know?
Yes,
it didn't look like a jail.
Your jail didn't, but then right next to you there was a men's jail.
Oh, and then
with barbed wire,
and that looked like
and that was a jail.
Yeah, my place didn't.
But my mom's jail didn't even have barbed wire. Could have just ran out of that.
It looks like
literally could have just ran out.
It was just a building. Yeah, it was just a building.
You literally could have just ran out. It was pretty crazy. There was not so crazy. Yeah. I don't even know why what the point of that is. But anyway,
well, it was that's what they call it, camp, because it's not.
It was jail.
No, it was jail, but like my building, like you said, didn't have barbed wire around it. It was just a regular building.
Did you have bars?
No. Oh no, absolutely. It was just a big room with cubicles. Like everybody had their own section, like cubicles. Like if you go to an office building, like
but like my dad was way more secure. Like my dad wasn't obviously at max security, but my dad was like at, I think, like maybe like the lowest security. Not the lowest, the medium.
Yeah, medium.
Because the lowest was my mom. So he was at medium security. Because the highest security, that's like bad. That's like killers and stuff.
Well, that's behind. Yeah, I think that's where you are behind bars.
Yeah, that's bad. But anyways, so I was really young going through it. So I was like, why is this all happening? Whatever. And there's always this saying that I would always say to myself, is like, don't stress about the things you cannot control or change, because everything in my life, I was so young and I couldn't even say anything. Like, I don't know, like even with like everything in life, like I just even wish there was more things I could say to my nono and nonna. Like, there's just a lot of things in my nonna Franco. Because I was really young when my nonna Franco passed away. So there's just a lot of things in life that you just cannot control or change. So that's why you really just have to just
live in the moment.
Yeah, just have to live in the moment and enjoy.
Live your best life, right? Yeah. That's what I always tell you girls,
just
right?
Don't
I always say that to you girls?
Yes.
Like I always tell you.
Live your best life.
Yes, I do tell you guys that. Always live your best life. And I always want you guys to do what I didn't get to do.
Thank you, Mommy, for giving us the best life. I love you. And don't ever worry about, or don't ever like feel sorry or whatever, or feel bad for us that we went through things, because everybody in life goes through things and it only makes you stronger and it makes you better. And we're it girls. Okay.
No, I know. It took me a little while to get away.
Do you know what an it girl is?
What is it?
You don't know what an it girl is? I know, that's why I said it, because she has no idea. Anyways, so an it girl is, it's like this thing on TikTok.
Someone that has it going on? No, what is it?
So you know how when I say like, should we go to this place, and you're like, well, is it happening?
Right.
Like the it girl is happening. Like she's it.
Oh,
like she's it.
Okay.
Like I don't know. It's like a TikTok.
You're it. So you're it. I love that.
You're it.
No, you're it.
You're
it. You're it. No, I love that. No, and like, listen, I mean, when Daddy left, I wanted you guys to have the same lifestyle you had, like when he left, and that's why, listen, I wasn't as, the reason why some things like,
and
wasn't
thank you
as
for
strict.
working so hard too.
Oh, you're welcome. Well, that's why I worked really hard, because I didn't want, I wanted you guys to have the same lifestyle you had when Daddy was around. Yeah, and
thank you for working so hard. You're able to take me to Paris.
Louie helped with that too.
Yes, and Louie, love Louie.
Yeah, and you have the best, right?
I have the best stepdad too. And also I was like, another example, like I take all the positives. Like a lot of people don't even like their stepdads. Like I love my stepdad. So I just take all the positives out of everything, because I hear some horror stories about stepmoms and some stepdads. Like there's literally like Cinderella is literally there's literally movies about it. Like, because like trust me, there could be there's crazy people in this world, right? There is. Like there really is. There's crazy people in this world. So you gotta watch out. Better always walk around with 4 eyes. Seriously, it's crazy people. But anyways,
but you know what? If you have a good stepmom and stepdad, be grateful.
But
right?
yeah, and like same thing with my stepbrothers. They're so lucky to have you. Like you're like the coolest stepmom ever. And also Louie's mom is so cool. I went to drop off. I go pick up Nicholas, whatever, and I go inside and I talk to Louie's mom or whatever. And Louie's mom's parents are very Italian. Not Louie's mom's parents. Louie's mom's parents are very Italian.
Little Louie. We call him Little Louie.
Little Louie's mom's parents are very Italian. So going over there kind of reminds me of like my grandparents. So it's very cute. So I like it. So it's just a cute family circle that we have, and there's no drama, and we're good, Yeah. We're good. And
I know.
We're
I was saying
all right. I'm gonna have the best.
I was saying last week on my podcast, like how I met Little Louie's grandparents and how I got emotional afterwards.
Yeah, because they're very Italian.
Yeah, after I met them, like I started crying because I don't know what happened. Like they just reminded me of my parents.
It was so crazy. We have a very close friend, Lisa G, and she's very Italian, and we've been friends with her forever. Once again, somebody who has been there with me forever. When my mom,
and she was there.
Yeah, when my mom was in jail, she was literally there for me she was my mom when you were in jail. And so was Nonna. Everyone was my mommy. A lot of people stepped in when you were away, but
not a
lot of people. I'm saying like my Nonna, I have Lisa G, and my dad's family.
Right.
They were good.
Right.
But yeah, like everyone was good, and like
I know Lisa G was really special.
Yeah, so
right?
Lisa G is like so cool. She's like my mom. She's like very cool, and like she has an apartment in the city, and she would take me to the city, and like that's why I fell in love with New York City so much, because she would always take me to the city and take me to all these cool restaurants and things, and like I just loved it. And she would take me literally everywhere, and she was like this like best human being ever, and I love her so much. We text all the time till this day. When I was in Paris, I was sending her pictures of stores that was reminding me of her, and guess what? She was like, Milania, those are my favorite stores. Like it's just crazy how like I know her, because I would always go to her apartment, so I'd see what she would buy, and I loved the things that she would buy. I loved her style, I loved everything. So like I was sending her pictures of stores, and she like was like, Milania, like this is so crazy. Those are my favorite stores. But anyways, her grandparents are very, very Italian, and God bless, her grandmother is still alive and so Italian, like speaks it. And I went over and I am having eggplant. She gave me eggplant in a jar, and that's the same thing that my Nonna does. So she gave me eggplant in a jar. We're talking, whatever. I'm eating all of her food. It's so good. And we're just having the best time ever. And I'm just like really just taking it in, because she's just reminding me so much of my Nonna. She has the short hair too, the brown short hair. She's so short and tiny. She literally was like just like my Nonna. And it was like I was getting so emotional the whole time. And then I was leaving, and she gave me a hug and a kiss goodbye. And she said like, all right, goodbye, see you soon. And like when she did that, it just like sounded so much like Nonna. I just started crying. I couldn't hold it in anymore. I just started crying so much.
I knew where you were going with that, because I remember you telling me that.
Yeah, because
I don't know. I don't know what got over me the other night.
I know,
and
that's what happened
birthday,
to me.
I said goodbye to them, and they were like just the cutest, couple, and it reminded me of my parents. Yeah, and I was just like, yeah, and I got emotional. So.
It sucks losing grandparents, but it's part of life. But it sucks. It really does suck. I miss my grandparents every single day.
But I'm glad that you spent so much time with. And that's what made it easy
another
for me to go to camp.
I'm just happy that I'm happy that I even had grandparents. You didn't even have grandparents.
Right, that's what I was saying. Like I didn't grow up with grandparents.
Yeah, so I'm so happy that I had that, because I learned so much from them. I really did.
Yeah, I know you did. And that's what made me, when I went away, when I left you guys to go to jail, like that's what gave me peace of mind. And because I knew you were going to be with my parents, and I knew you were going to be fine. You were going to be taken care of. And
of course, they raised you. And
yeah.
Look how you turned
So I knew you were going to be fine.
The best.
It's just, I hate that they had to go through that heartbreak of me not being around, because like that was like hard, like a hard pill to swallow. But I kept telling them every day, I'm like, I'm fine, I'm fine, I'm fine. And so you guys came to visit me every week, so which was nice. But listen,
yeah, we did.
Like that's what I was saying, even in last week's podcast. There's things that we don't understand why we have to go through them, but if anything, it does make us stronger. Like maybe at that moment we don't understand why we have to go through it, but then years later, we're like, oh, that's why I had to go through that. And you even said, you're like, Mommy, like I think you said to me, like, I don't regret anything that happened in our life, because it has made me a stronger person, right?
Yeah. I mean, I can't do anything about it. I mean, obviously, I just wish for my dad to come home just to like see these big events and stuff. But I mean, hey, he'll be at my wedding.
I know, and that was another thing we kept.
But it just sucks, because like it's so much time lost. None of you can get married
in America.
It just sucks. It's a lot of time lost, and it's just like time is the one thing that you can't get back is time. So one thing.
But you guys talk every day, no?
Yeah.
I mean, some days I know, right? Because it's like
same.
it gets crazy. Days get like fly by.
I know, yeah, exactly. So it really does suck. I hope one day my dad's able to come home or something, because this is just stupid. But whatever. What are you gonna do?
I know.
What are you gonna do?
But at least
somebody make it happen, please.
But I know. And you're so cute. And you know what I love? That I mean, look, you guys have not a bad place to go visit your father.
Yeah.
In the Bahamas.
Exactly. We go visit the Bahamas. The Bahamas is beautiful. My dad makes the best out of everything because my dad is just like us. That's where I get it from. My dad really makes the best out of everything, and he's so cute. My dad really is so cute. Both of my parents are so cute, I have to say. They're very adorable. But like my dad, like I'm sure when he was younger and people knew him, like to see that he ended up with 4 daughters, like everyone's probably like, what the hell? Like Joe with 4 daughters? Oh my God. Like everyone probably was like, cause my dad is crazy, especially when he was younger. Like that's where I get it from. Like he was like crazy. Like I'm sure everybody knew my dad and like he was crazy. Like I'm sure everybody knew him or whatever. And like he was like Nonna used to call him the trouble. Whatever. And my mom and my nonna didn't want my mom and him dating because he was trouble. But like it's really cute, like the little things that he'll do. Like we'll go there and he'll like have like for example, on Christmas, we went there and like Dad, like he doesn't really give a shit about Christmas trees and all that stuff. Like he could care less to do it for himself. Like he doesn't care. When we came there, he put like Christmas lights all on the railings, and he got like mini Christmas trees and like chocolate. And he got us all gifts, and it was just like really cute. And all these like little cute things that he does are just so adorable. And like he'll get me like gifts and like little gifts and just like leave them there. And he's just so cute. And, like the food that he makes is also really good. Like he's really funny with like all the food that he mixes up together. He's funny with that. And like you're the same way. Like you guys just like are very cute and thoughtful people. And so is Louie. Louie's also very thoughtful. I have a very thoughtful circle around me, and I have we're all very loving and love each other. And thank you so much for taking me to Paris. I have to go to Paris with my boyfriend or my husband one day.
Yes, and that'll be a different experience. Yeah.
Because my mom was showing me the pictures of her and Louie in Paris, and it was so adorable.
They call Paris the land of love.
I know, so cute.
And that's why with us, it was one experience. When you go with your boyfriend or your husband, it'll be a different experience.
Yes, it was a lot of fun. So senior year is coming to an end, and thank you for being the best ever. And a new chapter is coming.
Yes,
college.
I'm so excited for you, and have the best time in college.
University of Tampa, I am coming.
Yes, it's going to be so much fun.
Excited.
I can't wait to visit you there.
I can't wait.
I just want to say thank you so much for being on Turning the Tables. I love chatting with you. This was a lot of fun. Thank you.
Mommy.
Love you.
Mwah.
Hey, tell me what they gon' say. Tell me what they gon' say. Tell me what they gon' say. Tell me what they